Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Noble Sports Entertainment, back with another exciting edition of college football talk. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite teams in college football, definitely the University of Michigan Wolverines. We're going to talk a little bit about the scheduling and things of that nature, and how many games do you think that the Wolverines will win this season, especially with the chaos happening over at Ohio State right now in Columbus, with Urban Meyer. Can the Wolverines go over to Ohio State and get a victory this season? But all right, I'm going to start off, guys. The first game that the Michigan Wolverines will be playing against will be a renewed rivalry against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. In that game, I definitely think that Michigan is going to go in and they're going to play that game pretty tough, because last time the Irish came to the Big House, they was able to get the victory. So this time we're gonna have to go over to their place and be able to do the same thing and spoil the season for them. I think that this Michigan team that they got this year is definitely going to be led by the defense, but also you got some weapons on offense with Higdon, and also with Evans and Perry and Tariq Black as well. And starting at quarterback, Shea Patterson. So definitely it's going to be electrifying this season to see Michigan football return to its rightful place. Michigan is the winningest college football team in the nation, and I never knew that until I looked it up a couple of days ago. College-wise, Michigan has won the most football games, and I just could not believe it because how dominant Ohio State and Alabama has been in college football. So then the following week, the second week, you have Michigan going against Western Michigan, which I definitely think that is a winnable game. And then the third week, you have Michigan going against MSU. I think that game can be a tricky game, but I definitely think that the Wolverines should be able to pull that game out. I think that's going to be definitely a game that they can pull out and get the victory. Now, the Nebraska game, which is following after the SMU game, that game could be tricky. Nebraska can definitely be a tricky game. If you don't go in there and play ball, you could lose that game. But I definitely think that Michigan is going to be ready this season, ready to go. Then after that, you have them playing against the Northwestern Wildcats, which is definitely always fun to watch them against Northwestern. I think that's a winnable game. Against Maryland, I definitely think that this is a winnable game, but you don't want to take them lightly. They will be coming to the Big House, so that should be a winnable game. Now, the game against Wisconsin is definitely going to be tough, because Wisconsin is one of those teams that play us very good. And Michigan State, I definitely think that this is our season to finally beat Michigan State. Michigan State has owned Michigan for the past couple years. I can't even tell you how many times they've won, but they've owned them. And the Penn State game, I definitely think that Michigan can also get that now that Barkley is over in the NFL now. With the Rutgers game, I definitely think that this is a game that the Michigan Wolverines should be able to easily handle, as well as the Indiana Hoosiers. But you don't want to take these teams lightly, because if you do, you could end up possibly losing to these teams. And the game that Michigan definitely has to try to win is the Ohio State Buckeye game. Michigan has not beat Ohio State, and I can't even tell you how long. I don't know if it was like the days of Charles Woodson or whenever. The last time I've seen Michigan beat Ohio State, it's been a very, very long time. So, the season isn't upon us, man. It's right around the corner. Starting off with that Notre Dame game, man, that's going to be a phenomenal game. That's always a big game against Notre Dame. They haven't played for a couple years, but they renewed the rivalry this year. So definitely, man, going for my Wolverine boys to be able to go out there and make some noise this season. Hopefully Jim Harbaugh can get this team at least 11 or 12 wins this season, or possibly an undefeated season. Especially with the defense that he has, returning guys like Rashard Gary and Devin Bush, and having weapons like Chris Evans and Karan Higdon is definitely going to be nice added addition for this team. Michigan needs that right now. It's time for the Michigan Wolverines to turn back to dominance, man. Michigan, for the past couple seasons, has not been the Michigan of old, and they definitely need to get back to where they were. I remember the days of Desmond Howard. I remember the days of Charles Woodson and other good players that came through Michigan. Braylon Edwards, David Terrell, all type of guys, man. I remember Saturday mornings getting up all the time and waiting to turn the TV on, and on Saturday morning being able to watch the Wolverines, because I knew I was going to be able to watch something that was going to be definitely exciting on the TV, and it was going to get your blood bubbling and things of that nature. So definitely, man, I want to see the Michigan Wolverines have a successful season. It's on them. The destiny's definitely in their hands this season to try to return back to dominance and be able to get this team back into the right direction, man. You know, you haven't seen Michigan be dominant in football in a long time. They've been doing very well with basketball. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Hopefully, the Michigan Wolverines, I'll predict them going at least, I'll say at least 11-3 this season. But if they can go undefeated, that would be definitely great. All right, you guys, this is Noble Sports Entertainment, and as always, we talk sports, period.